Daily, come down from the mountains, Katy too. Can't you hear us calling Katy Daily? We want to drink your Irish rum and Jew. So, before the gates there stood poor Katy. St. Peter said, good brewers, they are few. So step inside the golden gates, dear Katy, and start to brew your Irish heavenly dew. Come down the mountains, Katy Daily. Come down from the mountains, Katy too. Can't you hear us calling Katy Daily? We want to drink your Irish rum and Jew. One more time. Come down the mountains, Katy Daily. Come down from the mountains, Katy too. Can't you hear us calling Katy Daily? We want to drink your Irish mountain Dew.
Thanks a million, folks. That's a lovely song called Katy Daily. Well, we're going to sing a song this time. Before I go any further, will you please put your hands together and give a huge festival welcome to Mr. Tom Miller here on bass. Thank you. And we're going to dedicate the next song to a fella called Darren, who was a barman we met last night down in Burns Irish Bar. You know Burns Irish Pub down the road? Any songs we don't sing here today, we will sing them later on in Burnsview till about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah.
You have to leave at 12. We'll be still singing at 4. But folks, will you put your hands together for our bass player here, Mr. Tom Miller. Let's hear it for Tom. Tom was in Burns last night and he got home at about 6 o'clock this morning because he was celebrating hugely. It was a good big Irish celebration. Because we got word on the road yesterday morning that his wife gave birth to a beautiful baby boy yesterday. 8 pounds, 10 ounces. Thank you. Now all I have to do now is congratulate the father.
That's a kind of a surprise.
Sorry about that. Anyway, listen, it's a little song this time, especially for Randy himself, the organiser here, the man who put this whole thing together. It's a song that was a big hit for us back around 1983, back in Ireland. We got our second gold album for it. And it's a great old song, tells a story. There used to be little boats. Anybody ever been to Ireland? Oh, geez, everybody. Please all come over here for the festival. Anyway, it's little boats went from one side of the River Liffey across to the other in the mornings, bringing the workers over, and back again in the evenings. And around 1981, some bright politician had a brainwave, make them all redundant. Typical. Anyway, this song tells the story of the last person on those boats wondering what the future holds for himself and his wife. And we're going to dedicate it to the great Kevin O'Hara. I honestly was on the way over here last week with the boys, and I always carry Kevin's book everywhere. And the wife said to me, what's that book you're always reading? I said, it's called The Donkey Pilgrims. And I always pick a chapter up here and there. But so I'll probably never see him again anyway. And we walk into Burns Pub last night, tap on the shoulder, and there's Kevin O'Hara. Where would you get it? Anyway, it's called The Ferryman, or The Strawberry Beds. And there's a great chorus at the end of this, folks. We're going to let you sing it by yourselves. And we will be asking questions later. So pay attention very closely, all right? Oh, troopers! Kelly Davis and Fitzroy, they all set out to capture him, the wild colonial boy. Jack fired a shot at Kelly, which brought him to the ground. And turning round to Davis, he received a fatal wound. A bullet pierced his proud young heart from a pistol of Fitzroy. And that was how they captured him, the wild colonial. Let's see all the hands. There was a wild colonial boy, Jack Duggan was his name. He was born and raised in Ireland, in a place called Maine. He was his father's only son, his mother's pride and joy. Until he did his parents love, the wild colonial boy. Until he did his parents love, the wild colonial boy. much, the Wild Colonial Boy. All right, this time we have a request for a song, and Mike is going to sing it for you. And it's a great old song called Finnegan's Wake. You tell them all about it there, Mike.
Oh, you see, we Irish will sing about anything. Anyone here ever been to a real Irish wake?
I was a corpse once.
It still is. Oh, do you know, if you've been to a real Irish wake, though, you wouldn't remember it. If it was a real Irish wake.
Actually, Mike, I have to tell them, as a mark of sympathy, folks, I won't hold you up, I'm not going to bore you, I know time is short. But before we came over here, we were invited to a wake, a friend of ours up in Donegal, where the Screaming Orphans are from. Don't you love the Screaming Orphans? I don't have any children, but I sure as God, if they let me know in the morning, I would adopt the 4 of them. I would, I swear to God. Anyway, up around where they're from, we were invited up to, a friend of mine, Mary, phoned me and she said, Sean, she said, John Joe just passed away, will you please come up and play at the wake? And we did, we drove all the way from Dublin to Donegal. And when we got there, the place was jammed. John Joe and Mary live in one of the last little thatched cottages left in Ireland, up in Donegal. And we couldn't get near the place with so many people. He was a very popular guy, musician, everything else. And when we got there, we had to call the police. We knew the police officers. And they brought us all the way up to the cottage. And we still couldn't get into the cottage. And when we got there, there was John Joe, the corpse, lying on the ground, flat out, and on the cement floor. And I said, Mary, I said, this is very disrespectful. I said, you can't just leave the corpse there. And she said, Sean, the tables are all taken up with the drink. I'm serious. It's not true, Mike. And she said, the dresser is taken up with all the food. There's nowhere else to put him. I said, the only other time when we were at a wake of this sort was a friend of Tom's passed away down in Kerry. And I said, what we did was, it was the same situation. They had nowhere to put the corpse. He was on the floor. I said, so what I suggested was, you get a chair, you put it under his head. You get another chair and put it under his back. And another chair and put it under his feet, and that gets him up off the floor. She said, that's a great idea. She says, can we have 3 chairs for the corpse? And they all went, hip hip. Oh Lord God. Going home.
Anyway,
It's all your fault.
you're all invited to this wake, you see. It's about...
And before the night was over, they made the rafters ring. The session really started when a fiddler played along. Somebody thumped a goatskin, he called the dabber on. The melodians and whistles, you couldn't hold them back. That was when it all began, this thing they called a crack. Raise the roof, raise the roof. You'll be guaranteed the crack is 90 proof. You're invited one and all, it's the place to have a ball. You'll be welcome if you call. Raise the roof, raise the roof, raise the roof. Lovely. Be guaranteed the crack is 90 proof. Leave your worries at the door, come in and take the floor. You'll be coming back for more. Raise the roof. Whoa. Now it wasn't very long before it spread from town to town, from Dingle up to Derry, down to Upton, up to down. It spread across from Galway to Dublin there and back. So loud and bold they couldn't control this thing they called a crack. The Irish emigrated and they gone. We're on the wet road, swinging along, singing a soldier's song. Oh, we've had our troubles now and then. Now is the time to make them up again. Sure aren't we all Irish anyhow? Now is the time to step together.